And we are off for Saturday noon walk. Basically, Ljubljana is deserted, well, Šiška district is deserted. Why? It's cold, it's a little bit windy, but yeah, it's around what, 11, but when we will come back home, it will be past noon. So yeah, it counts for a noon walk. And yeah, I can proudly report that this week Lil Sis joined the illustrious club of Malamutes because she got her first retainer, and her first retainer is the fixed one, so the one that has, on each individual tooth you have a plaque which are then interconnected with the wire. Of course, my problem was much bigger, so they started to work on my dental situation already in the first year of elementary school, while with Lil Sis they started only in the last year of the elementary school, so she doesn't have a lot of things to fix. Of course, I told her if she wants to show us her new braces slash retainer, but she doesn't want to share the embarrassing fact of her life. But yeah, you have to do what you have to do. You need to do what you have to do. Yeah, pridna. Yeah, previously I already have told you, let's say the most funny fact that I got, cramp in my lower jaw when I had the fixed retainer. But yeah, there were several incidents, or let's say funny facts regarding that, or in that time. Especially in the first, when I got the fixed retainer. So I had the fixed retainer on my upper and the lower teeth, and usually in the first month I had to go, several times to fix things, because the plaques on some teeth that were under extreme tension would just fall off, even though they are quite securely glued on, we could say. So my orthodontist, she had a lot of work to do, fixing and refixing those attachments, those plaques, so that they would stay on, because there was quite a lot of let's say distance for some of these teeth to move, 2 millimeters or something like that, 2-3 millimeters, which is a huge distance if you're considering your mouth space, in your mouth, or in your let's say gum. So yeah, and I don't know if any of you had fixed retainer or braces, but you are not allowed to chew with your, especially to bite hard, especially regarding your front teeth, which is huge factor if for any damage to the plaque, those little plaque thingies, the arcs anchors, well, more anchors than arcs, anchors, because I never had problem with that, you know, metal arc that connects those plaques or anchors. But yeah, my orthodontist, she gave me basically advice, because in my elementary school and in my gymnasium days, we didn't have, you know, our own kitchen or dining space. So basically we got our snacks, so school meal, you know, brought into the classroom, and majority of these things, these food items, let's say meals, would consist, you know, of basically different kind of sandwiches, rolls, pizzas, bureks, and so forth. You know, basically things that you could, you know, you didn't need any cutlery to deal with, and you would just basically took in your hand and bite in. And of course that presented a huge problem for me, because, you know, I wasn't allowed to bite, especially with my front teeth. And this is why my orthodontist, she said, basically carry with you all the time, you know, a Swiss Army knife. Oh, it's cold. I cannot feel my fingers. Yeah, Lisa says I'm okay. Basically, you know, have your Swiss Army knife with you all the time. Yeah, yeah. Oh, rubbing this itchy snout. And then you cut, you know, your foot. You know how ridiculous it sounds or looks like when you have to cut your sandwich, you know, your regular sandwich. You know, let's say how it would look like if you had to cut your Subway sandwich, you know. But yeah, I had to do that, especially in the beginning when I got the new, you know, fixed retainer, so that the, let's say, the glue, the dental glue had, you know, enough time to get hardened, to get, you know, fixed in. But yeah, anyway, but unfortunately, you know, it happened quite a lot of times that due to the too much stress on the individual plaques, I would have to go back in a week so that she would fix it. And a couple of times, you know, there was also some bad material, especially with the plaques, and then that you know, metal arc, the basically metal wire are connected. You know, they are interconnected, but there are also some small pieces of, you know, elastic bands that further secure the metal wire to each of the plaques. And a couple of times I noticed that these, you know, rubber bands would basically just snap off. And, you know, and then I had to go back so that she could put another band on. Yeah, fun times. Are you ready to ride? Of course not. And that's it for now. Another dental story. Yeah, and Lisa doesn't care.